For the latest news and updates on the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, go to hyberneticYT.com. Hey guys, how's it going? Josh here. So there's been a lot of kind of confusion about the timeline of the MCU ever since the release of Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I think the biggest reason why is because they had that moment where they go 8 years later, and everyone's like, 8 years later, and everyone's trying to do mental math, and everyone's trying to go through all the movies, which is really hard to do in your head in a short amount of time, because there's been a lot of movies at this point. I mean, they've been going since 2008. That just says everything you need to know. And when you have at least 2 releases per year, that will get really confusing really fast, especially because you have movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, where Volume 2 basically happens right after Volume 1. It happens 2 months after the first film. So you have situations like that, which can be confusing for some viewers, because some viewers don't catch that, and they think that the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 movie is taking place now, instead of, the 2 months after the events of the first film. And then you have other stuff that, people get really confused, like they don't understand that Thor happens in 2009, just like Iron Man 2 and Incredible Hulk. Like, some people get it really confused and they don't know what's happening at one time. So we're going to have in the future a more thorough explanation of the timeline for the MCU, especially as, things ramp up for Infinity War. But for this video, I thought we'd just focus on, alright, what is the timeline for Spider-Man Homecoming, and when does that take place, more or less, in the MCU timeline? Because some people think it's taking place in the future, some people think it takes place in the present, so let's get into that. We'll start off with Iron Man 3, because that's a pretty easy place to start off in. So, Iron Man 3, there's a scene where there's a newspaper in the movie, and we know it takes place during Christmas time. It's a Shane Black movie, that's a common thing he likes to do. So it's, let's say, Christmas time, 2013, December 23rd, 2013, that time period, according to this newspaper that's in the movie. Now, 2014 is a pretty big year. You have Captain America the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor the Dark World, and technically Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because the movie takes place just 2 months after the events of the first movie. And then 2015, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, 2016, Doctor Strange, and then 2017 is the big one, which is where we have Captain America Civil War, where Spider-Man first appeared. The movie Homecoming takes place 2 months after Civil War. So we can say that Captain America Civil War takes place in the summer months of 2017, and really, obviously, because Spider-Man Homecoming takes place in the fall of 2017. More specifically, I'd say probably September. That's what it seems like. September, October, pushing in at the latest. And that's kind of where we can assess that the movie takes place. And thinking back to it, alright, so when did Spider-Man become Spider-Man, basically? I'd say Peter Parker probably got bit by the spider maybe late 2016, early 2017. Comment below what your guys' thoughts, though. What do you guys think the timeline is for Spider-Man Homecoming in regards to where it fits in the MCU? And on top of that, are you guys confused about other timelines you would like us to explain? We're going to go more in depth, like I said before, with the MCU timeline in upcoming weeks. Like I said before, comment below, and we'll hopefully get to whatever you guys want us to go into, and I'll see you guys later.